It's alright. Hush. Oh my god! Don't leave!
Yo guys, what is up? Max here on my first Battlefield 2042 video, and today I wanted to talk about my first impressions about the game, some things that I liked, some things that I didn't like. Now, I have played so many hours of Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield Bad Company, 5-1. It's probably my second most played game franchise of all time. I used to put in a ridiculous amount of hours, and I was invited by EA to do a little closed door testing of the game. This video was presented by EA, and I wanted to give you guys some of my first impressions from someone who's played a lot of Battlefield about the new things that they've done, and also some things that I like and some things I don't like. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get right into it. So let's talk about some things that I liked first, and then I'll talk about things I don't like. And once again, this is a beta, so things are subject to change. Now, one of the big, most noticeable things about playing this game is it is now 128 player matches. Used to be 64, 32 versus 32. Now, the maps are big. They're not like blowing Battlefield like 4 maps. I'm mainly comparing this to Battlefield 4, like out of the water. They're big and they're crazy detailed. The graphics look freaking amazing. We'll talk about that in a second. But one of the biggest things I noticed is that the maps feel full when you are playing Conquest, and some Conquest maps I didn't like for this reason, or sometimes playing Conquest I didn't like it because you would have these long stretches where you're kind of just like running to an objective and not seeing any enemies, or you'll go to an objective and you capture the flag and no one's really there, or you spend a lot of time like in a tank and you're not really seeing enemies. The world feels, or the map feels full. I would aim down sights and I'd see like 10 to 20 people down my scope, which is crazy, and so it feels very hectic. The moment-to-moment action and like looking around for players is definitely going to be a little bit more intense because of these more players. The battles feel a little bit more crazy. There's a little bit more explosions, a little bit more gunfights, and so Conquest felt a lot more action-packed than it does in Battlefield 4. Next up, one of the big changes that I really liked is there's this like kill streak system where you can call in like a vehicle or a tank or this like robot dog to run around and guard you. And I thought that was an amazing addition because, for example, I'd be stuck on C flag. I'd go all the way to C flag, I'd cap it, there'd be nobody there, and now I gotta go all the way across the map. There's no vehicles there. If I've gotten enough kills, or if I got some points from capping the flag, I can spawn in a car and get in the car and just travel. So I remember sometimes I would like, the run would be so far that I needed to go to a place that I would like just commit like the suicide and then spawn closer to the objective. So you can now spawn in things, and I remember like sitting on a sniper hill alone. I was like, oh my god, I'm getting surrounded, called in some reinforcements in like an automated turret, and like that netted me a bunch of kills. So that's really cool. Another thing that's super dynamic about the game is the new attachment system. Now, I did like and I didn't like some of these. I have honestly just more questions about it. So you can now equip attachments on the fly. I would run around with an SMG. Now I killed a bunch of enemies outside. I'm going behind enemy lines. I could put a silencer on it. I could change to a laser sight and change my SMG from more of a mid-range thing to a close-range stealth, and that was really cool. Same with snipers. You can change the scopes. If you're now looking in an area way further, you can change the scope immediately, and that's super, super cool. The weird thing about it is that, like, first off, there was a glitch where I kept spawning without the weapon attachments on that I'd put in my last life, and then I would spend my first 10 seconds putting on the attachments that I needed, and you're kind of needing to do an on-the-fly, like, guess of what you think is good, and sometimes I'd put on an attachment, I'd be using it for a few deaths, and then I'd realize it wasn't what I wanted and not good, and so I kind of wish that you could do a little bit more of that selecting in the menus before you deployed. Also, another thing about that is, we'll see what it is like in the full game, but one of my favorite parts about Battlefield is progression of like the weapon parts and attachments, and they're kind of like already there for you. I'm sure you can get more attachments, but you're gonna have to like select them and put them in the wheel. I'm sure it'll make more sense, but I did like that system, but it also left me with a lot of questions. Another thing that I really liked was the new like class abilities. You can now be like the medic character with an assault rifle, or you can be the assault rifle or the assault character with a sniper rifle. There isn't any more defined like the engineer uses SMGs and support uses LMGs. You can mix and match. So there's characters with specific kits that have like abilities. So the assault character has the grappling hook, which is incredible, amazing addition. We talk about that. Huge traversal thing. You can now like get up and sniper nest with a sniper, or you can get up behind people with like an SMG using this grappling hook. Super cool. And you can like shoot it at the ground in front of you and like pull yourself. But you can use that kit, and then you can pick a sniper rifle. And not only is there that decision, but there's also another kit for like the sniper kit, which will come with like a C4 and proximity mines that has nothing to do with the sniper character, who comes with like a drone and like a more like AoE sensor stuff. So you can really like mix and match your kind of character, which I think is really cool. I did like the class systems and kind of that picking, but for example, now you can be a sniper and give out ammo to other people. You don't have to play the support class to give ammo to other people, which I think is really, really neat. The last thing I want to mention about things that I like, and there is a lot of things, but I also want to keep this video short, is this game feels a little bit more Tarkov-y, a little bit more serious, a little bit more weighted, a little bit less arcadey. There is way less pinging and way less like marking enemies. I was using the button to mark, and I couldn't even mark an enemy with certain weapons or classes. I'm not sure, but like you can legitimately use cover and be stealthy because the density of the like foliage in the map is so that you can actually play around it instead of just like you're in a bush and everyone can see you. It felt a lot more like tactical, which I really, really liked. I like that feeling a lot, and I know that they've got like some cool modes coming down that are rumored to be like a little bit more Tarkov-y, so I really like that direction because I think Battlefield shines more in that direction than they do as like an arcade shooter. So super excited that they're going that way. All right, now for some things that I didn't like, and I'll just rattle these off and then leave you guys with some raw gameplay. Controller support and the controller options didn't feel very good. This is more of nitpicky, but it felt super awkward dealing with like weird dead zones on controller. The flight controls, I've flew helicopters for thousands of hours in Battlefield 4, and I tried to hop in a Battlefield helicopter in this game, and it was terrible. I hope they changed. There's no option for like veteran sticks or how it used to be, and apparently there is one, but it's not correct to how it used to be. So more of a nitpicky thing there from me. There's no ammo supplies at flags where there used to be like ammo support, like you could go to your flag or go to your base and grab ammo. There isn't any. That could also change, but if you're not running the ammo pack, you are guaranteed to run out of ammo. And I found any time that I wasn't running the ammo character or an ammo kit, I was running out of ammo. So that felt like almost like a mandatory thing. So I hope that gets fixed with like some spawn stations of ammo. The visibility is a good thing, that it's like you're a little bit crowded and like can't see, but it's also like kind of hard to tell where enemies are sometimes, and get confused enemies from people that don't have like the blue dot. I was definitely running into that a little bit. And the last thing that I'll say, the squad order / squad menu that there used to be to like call ammo, say I need a ride, couldn't figure out any of that. I really like the system that they had before to do those pings and callouts, and I couldn't really figure it out, or wasn't as easy as it is, or I don't even know if it's still in the game, but I kind of missed that feature as well, to like, hey, I need a ride, or like, hey, I need ammo, to call it out to your teammates. All right, guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. I will leave you guys with some gameplay, and I will be following up with more videos. So if you enjoyed this one, be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one, guys. Take care. Peace.
Tango down.
Sectors